Hey everybody, this is Craig Faniani from the Sacramento Jazz Education Foundation. Thought it'd be a good idea for us to take a minute and have some questions and answers regarding that first lesson, kind of make sure everything is solidified. If you have any extra questions or communication, please feel free to get back to us. So that'll kind of help us guide how we do this. So let's get started. The more you use the circle, the more you'll trust it, and the more you'll realize that it's just, there's so much depth there. So kind of keep it on hand and use it frequently. In fact, even just set it on your music stand or whatever and have it to refer to for a while. Pretty soon it'll become pretty natural. So here we go. The first question is, what is another name for a D flat? And now the answer is going to be, you might remember the enharmonic equivalent phrase. And what that basically means is that one note can have two names. So if you look at a piano keyboard, for instance, or even think about a chromatic scale, if you're going from C to D, there's a note in between, and it can either be called a C sharp or a D flat. Okay, that's what that is. It's a very simple answer. So same note, two different names. Question 2. What is the interval between the fifth and sixth of a major scale? All right, let's take a look at this. Here is the sequence of whole steps and half steps that you use to make a major scale. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And here are the 8 notes of a scale. All right, let's put them together. See the 5 and the 6? What does it say? Whole. It's a whole step between the 5 and 6 in a major scale. Now, the next question is, what is the interval in between the 5th and 6th of a minor scale? Well, let's do the same thing. Here's the sequence for the minor scale, wholes and halves. Here are the 8 notes. Let's put them together. Okay, and this time it's a half step. Just the way it works out. All right, the next question is, how many flats are in the key of D? There are a number of ways to approach this. First of all, we could make a scale starting on D and use the whole step, half step thing and find out. Or we could look at the circle and do the count like we do. Or we could also know that in a major scale, if D is your first note and your 8th note, then the note before that 8th note, the octave, is going to be a half step up below it. And we know it can't be a D flat because of your alphabet. You can't have 2 of the same letter. So you have to have a C sharp instead of a D flat. Why did I ask you that? That's a trick question, I guess. How many flats are in the key of D? There are no flats in the key of D, so that's the real answer. There's actually a C sharp. And once you have a C sharp, you know that you can include the F sharp because that's the sequence in which they occur. So that question allowed me to kind of get to a lot of little different aspects of the circle. So the sequence of sharps is F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and so on. And you know if you have a C sharp, you're going to have to include the F sharp because that's what got you to the C sharp in the first place. Okay, so long answer, kind of complex, but hopefully if you understood all that, you can feel pretty good about navigating around the circle. Okay, that's about it. Now you're going to go to lesson 2 on the circle of fifths in the music theory. And then there'll be a set of questions after that as well. Have fun. This is Craig Faniani from the Sacramento Jazz Education Foundation, signing off. See you soon.